Hey there folks, I'm here from VolTech, and today we're going to take a look at the Asus Zenfone 5. So these are the specifications for the phone. Take a good look at it and we'll proceed to the physical overview. Let's begin with the physical overview of Asus Zenfone 5. On the left side of the phone you have access to power button and volume rockers beneath it. On the top you have 3.5mm jack and secondary microphone. Now coming to the bottom side you have primary microphone and micro USB port. On the left side there's no access to buttons. Coming to the back side you have Asus branding, LED flash, and 8 megapixel camera. Down here you have Intel Inside logo and speakers. Now coming to the front side you have 2 megapixel front camera and speakers here. It's a 5-inch screen and feels good in hand. Now down here you have back button, home button, and all those kind of buttons. Down here you have a shiny metallic finish. Now let's take a good look inside the phone. So this is the boot screen of the main phone. Now there's quite good features that you have access to in the main boot screen. That is this spotlight effect. You can use it to open different apps that are on the like camera, calls, and messages right from the boot screen. Now this phone is running a Zen UI, which is custom made and heavily cloaked, but still it's Android. Now if you slide down from the top you get this menu over here. Now here's the auto brightness button for this phone. Now here's the flashlight, which is quite handy in dark rooms and you have easy access to. Now here's another good feature of this phone, which is memory boost. Since this phone have only 512 MB RAM, it's a quite good feature to boost your memory. Now coming to the settings, this phone is not running the latest version of the Android, but it's running Android 4.3, which is the Android Jelly Bean, like you can see here. Now let's move towards the camera review of the phone. This phone has an 8 megapixel primary camera that is one of its best features. Now this is the camera UI that we have here. Now this phone has a real variety of settings ranging from ISO to exposure value and all kind of stuff. We also have camera resolution here, which is highest to 8 megapixel. Then we have burst mode. We also have focus, autofocus modes. Then we got the video stabilization and video quality kind of. Now coming towards the effects of this phone, we have 8 pre-built-in effects that you can choose from. So this is the pencil stroke one, and well, camera quality of this phone is quite impressive. Now you can see the effects blend in quite good. Now you have 8 effects to choose from, and not quite a lot, but still works good. Now you have auto flash. Now this is the front camera of the phone. Now coming towards the presets in the phone, these are the best features of this camera. Now these are quite amazing features that you have access to. So let's start with the time rewind. Now this feature allows you to click perfect photograph of a moving object. Now what this do is take quite a lot of images, and you can then slide through these images to click. Now here's our assistant. Now he will help. Let's see. Now you can see that he's moving quite a lot. Now it's quite difficult to take a good image here, but with the timeline, the time rewind effect, we can like take the best image like this one and like click it and saved it. Now this is really good. So come towards the other effects that we have here, presets, sorry. We have HDR, high dynamic range imaging, which is you quite familiar of. Now this feature is like normal HDR, nothing new here, but the camera quality makes a difference. So let's take a look at the other preset that we have access to. Now we have quite a variety of features to choose from night vision to low light, and yeah, selfie too. So let's take a look at one of the good features that we have here, which is the depth of field. Now depth of field is a really great tool, so it focuses on the target we have in front of us, like this phones, and so it will focus on the phone and blur out the environment around it. So now photograph we took here is not quite which critically show depth of field, but we will be posting some images after the camera review. And so let's move to pros and cons session of the video. Now let's end this video by talking about some of the pros and cons of the Zenfone 5. Now one of the worst thing about this phone is that it lacks in display. Now colors on this phone are pretty washed out, and the color accuracy is real poor. Let's compare it with the other phones we have here. So this is Nexus 5 and Xiaomi Mi 3. Now you can clearly make the difference here, the color accuracy and the brightness. Now we have the same wallpaper on both phones, and yeah, the difference is quite noticeable. On the other hand, this phone also lacks in the audio quality. This got really poor speaker here, and audio quality on this phone is pretty bad. Now one of the good features about this phone is that it got dual SIMs. Now you can use both SIMs simultaneously and have fun. Now this phone comes with lots of bloatwares, but some of these are useful, like we have Kindle Fire. You can edit movies on the movie studio, and one of the good feature about this phone is its size and shape. Now this phone is quite handy in hand with the great shape, and rubbery back gives a good feel in hand. But this phone have only 512 MB RAM, which makes it quite slow at some times, but